to go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
Plong with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Indiana High School basketball fans, SummitCitySports.com coming to you live once again. Game number 10 of our 18-game live slate here from the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament. SummitCitySports.com bringing you all coverage. Our owner, Jeff Mahoney, on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson. I'll be calling your play-by-play again for all 18 games. This is number 10 and number 4 of the day. We head back to the girls' side of things with the number 1 Homestead Lady Spartans taking on the Bishop Luers Lady Knights. Before we talk about that, let's go look at what happened throughout the tournament so far. We started at 9 a.m. yesterday. We pulled 6 games yesterday and 3 in the book so far. We started with Luers and Northside. Luers moved on to play this Homestead squad. Homestead had the bye as the number 1 seed. Second game yesterday was Northrop and Concordia on the boys' side. That was a thriller. Concordia winning by 1 in overtime. They moved on to play Northside, which was our 12:30 game today. Northside beating Concordia 73-42 to move it on to the first game of the semifinal round on the boys' side. Back to the girls' side, we went yesterday for the third game of our triple header in the morning. 12:30 game was Snyder Lady Panthers and the Wade and Lady Generals. 58-21, Snyder moved on, and they will play Northrop this evening in our nightcap against the Northrop Lady Bruins, Snyder Lady Panthers. That's going to be a good one this evening, no question about it. And we had about an hour and a half to break, came back and went right at our 4 p.m. contest. That was Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers on the boys' side. 49-37, Dwenger moved on, and they will play the second game of our triple header tonight against the number 2 seed, the Wayne Generals. That'll be a good one here. Stay tuned for that. That'll be after this broadcast. Of course, then our next matchup was back on the girls' side, a good one. Carroll Lady Chargers did defeat the Concordia Lady Cadets 56-45. They moved on, and they are waiting for the winner of this contest in for the 3 p.m. game, which will be our first one tomorrow, 3 p.m. Carroll against the winner of this contest. Our nightcapper last night, of course, went back to the boys' side of things. Carroll and Homestead. Homestead coming out victorious in that one on the hands of Sam Buck. Beautiful job out there for Homestead. They'll move on to play Northside. This morning we started our contest with one of the best games I've seen in the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. 67-64. Southside did beat Snyder. They'll move on and play the winner of Wayne and Dwenger. That's the nightcap tomorrow night. The second game of the semifinals on the boys' side. Our 10:45 matchup this morning was Southside and Dwenger. Southside moved on, handling Dwenger pretty easily. It was an outstanding performance by Southside's defense. 20 turnovers caused in that first half. Southside now waits for the 4:45 semifinal on the girls' side. They're waiting for the winner of our nightcap tonight, Northrop and Snyder. And of course, I mentioned already our 12:30 game. The Northside Legends, number 1 seed on the boys, did defeat Concordia 73-42. Austin Boucher, Lucas Croft dropped over 30 against Concordia to move on, and we'll play in the 6:30 game tomorrow night. So we're about set here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take one short break and get back. You are watching Indiana High School basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com.
And athletic director Gary Raver from Old School Wayne High School.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine, and of course, the Big Odd Fish, new sponsorship for Summit City Sports and the Fort Wayne Area Athletics. Now we'll send you down to the PA announcer for the reserves and then the starting lineup announcements.
We reserve the right to remove any spectator who is not promoting a family-friendly environment. Thank you for your cooperation. And now for the non-starters of the Homestead Spartans. Sophomore, 5'7", number 12, K.E. Felker. Junior, 5'9", number 14, Sophia Buck. Junior, 5'10", number 22, Julia Huey. Sophomore, 5'7", number 24, Riley Parker. Junior, 6 foot, number 42, Brianna Lucas. Freshman, 6 foot, number 44, Amber Austin. Junior, 6 foot, number 50, Olivia Seifert. And now here are your starters for the Homestead Spartans. Junior, 5'6", number 2, Kara Geely. Junior, 5'8", number 10, Solaire Starks. 5'11", number 20, Lauren Selking. Junior, 6 foot, number 30, Haley Swing. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Spartans, sophomore, 6 foot, number 32, Sydney Graver. The Spartans are coached by Mr. Rod Parker. And now the starters for the Homestead for the Bishop Luers Knights. Junior, 5'5", number 1, Caitlin Gray. Junior, 5'5", number 11, Ashlyn Gray. Senior, 5'5", number 12, Anaya Johnson. Sophomore, 5'10", number 21, Lydia Rimbo. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bishop Luers Knights, senior, 5'11", number 23, Catherine Kanapke.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from Wayne High School. Big shout out to Athletic Director Gary Rader. Outstanding. Him and his staff put on this great tournament each and every year. We are set, though, for beginning of our 3-game action. Homestead in the white, Luers in the ball black.
As we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
We will play the national anthem one more time here today. We'll take a moment. Gentlemen, game time. Number 1 seed Homestead Spartans, led by, of course, their head coach Rod Parker. They are the 4A state champs from a year ago. They have all but left. The senior graduation was tremendous, all playing college ball across the Midwest, as we now have Luers with the young club. Lydia Reinbold, outstanding player, number 21 in the all-black. Watch for her game. She is outstanding. Catherine Kanapke will be key for her to get going early. The transfer letter starts for Homestead. How can she break off here in the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament? We're going to start it with Homestead. Swing, picked it up. Man-to-man defense from Luers on the scramble. Solaire Starks with the triple. Starts it right here. For head coach Rod Parker, of course, head coach for Luers is Mark Pixley. Had an outstanding game last night to move on to play these Homestead Spartans. They are the 2-time defending champs here in the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. And they've only been in conference for 2 years. Zig and zag out of bounds. Turnover on Homestead, 7:25. 3-zip. Watch the number 32 in white, Sydney Graber, the sophomore. She is a talent and picking up D1 looks all over the place here in the Midwest, and is only continuing to get better as Kanapke puts it in. She's got great post moves down low. Kanapke. Solaire Stark, she's the transfer from Concordia. Reinbold on Graber. They're a pair of sophomores, two of the better in the state. Selking, low pass down on the block to Swing. Swing has outstanding athleticism and just couldn't get that drop step. That was tremendous footwork from the junior. He's been starting all 3 years here for head coach Ron Parker, and starting with some of the best talent in the state. We'll stay at that end with Luers. This is Indiana high school basketball. We do play 4 8-minute quarters here in the state. 10-minute halftime and no shot clock. Ryan Bold, that's a 3, no good. Healy, there's no way you can box out Kanapke. Too big. Catherine Kanapke with the bucket for 3. Here's Geely, she'll run the point, but tremendous size for Homestead. And that's the question mark this year here for Homestead, is the ball handling. Do they have enough guard play to bring the ball up over the floor with the pressure of the likes that they're going to see against Southside and company? 4-3. Swing, good gamble, deflected out of bounds. We'll stay at that end with Luers. Head coach Pixley calls out the play from the sideline. Johnson into Ryan Bold. Such a tremendous game last night. Ryan Bold with that spin dribble. As they demolished Northside last night, 61-25. Gray. Strip by Swing. She's got great length. Look at her hound the basketball. That's a forward guarding a guard there. Kanapke knocked away by Graber. Loose ball on the floor. Who are we going to get? And it's going to be Catherine Kanapke in disgust.
You gotta be kidding me, Herb. Come on. 23.
Kanapke with the foul. That's her first, team's first.
Her first, team's first.
Healy. Here's Lauren Selking, lone senior. Swing. Starks. Selking, there's a travel on the dribble handoff. Just moving a little too quick was Selking. And the senior, as I mentioned, lone senior on the roster with the turnover, 5:32 in the first. Here's Ryan Bold from the wing. Look at Kanapke on that left elbow. Near travel again, little step back jumper. Catherine Kanapke, all 6 points for head coach Martin Pixley and his Later Unites. Here's Starks. Starks with Johnson on her. Down low swing. Swing, jab step. Once Graver, no spacing. Healy. Selking near side. And we're gonna have a foul. If that's Kanapke, that's her second.
Number 23, pushing the back.
And that is Catherine Kanapke's second, team second.
Team second.
And head coach Pixley, yeah, he's going to bring her out and then bring in number 34, Dory Javins.
Substitution for the Knights, number 34, Dory Javins.
Geely looking to inbound. When it starts on that wing, has to float it out. Geely, tough, excuse me, that's number 24, just checking into the game for Homestead. Riley Parker, the sophomore. Younger sister of Madison Parker, who's the state champ from a year ago, now playing basketball at Bowling Green. Another one of the outstanding Parker siblings. Of course, their dad and head coach is Rod Parker. 4:35. Johnson. Gray. Ryan Bold. You have to get going. And the step through. Turnover on Luers, 4:28. Luers with the 6-3 lead over Homestead. Good start for the Lady Knights. Healy. Need to get the ball down to Graber. They're playing a lot of attention. Starks takes a hit some. Balls a second time. Solaire Starks, 2 triples for the transfer from Concordia. And Justin Jr. They're going to be absolutely loaded next year as Graber with the block. Triangle. 9-6, excuse me, 6-6. Midway through this first quarter, SummitCitySports.com, bringing this live broadcast, all 18 games. Tim Atkinson here. I'll be calling all 18 for you. Foul there on Homestead.
That foul on number 24, Riley Parker.
Foul on Riley Parker.
Team's first.
Her first, team's first. Johnson looks at inbound, does the Javins. Reinbold left alone up top. The sophomore in and out. Starks boarding. Geely picked up by Gray. Has swing. Just too late on that post feed. Geely. She'll bring it back up, set it. Far side starts. Graber has post. And a push in the back from Reinbold.
That foul's on number 21, Lady Reinbold.
Reinbold with her first.
Team's third.
Team's third. Parker pops out, comes up top, Geely. Look for Starks, good switch by Gray. Caitlin Gray switched out on Starks, that was the difference. Swing, that's the smaller Johnson, and Johnson is just battling her down low. Graber to the cup. Lots of contact, no call. I think it'd be a charge or a block, either way, but that's gonna go out of bounds off Luers. Lots of contact.
Number 33, Denia Bright.
So Geely will look to inbound. Homestead boxes it. Oh, good roll by Graber, but kicked by Luers. Will stay at that end. Geely once again looking to inbound. They box it, but move the players around. They flop out, swing. Now Graber, they wanted Starks on that cut. Now Geely up top, wide open three off the swing. Pick, that was outstandingly executed for Homestead as Geely hits the three, all 9 points coming by way up behind the arc. Graber with the board. Geely. Starks. And a travel. Caitlin Gray. Caitlin Gray making some outstanding defensive plays here in this first quarter. Causing the turnover there, 9-6. Lady Spartans still on top. Man-to-man defense here from Homestead. Johnson. Looks like they were looking for number 33. Jariah Bright. Swing. Nice bounce past the Starks. Couldn't handle. Reinbold. Reinbold loves that left hand. Talked to Coach Pixley last night after the contest. He's saying she is very comfortable in practice with the right hand, just not yet in the games, especially in this crunch time in the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. Reinbold definitely favors that left hand and will go majority to it in game time, but it is there in practice per head coach Mark Pixley. Geely over the timeline, 9-6 is our score. Nearing 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Swing. That's Brianna Lucas, who's just checked into the contest. Lucas, a junior. Swing down low. Major time here for Luers. Need it. Reinbold can't get it. Riley Parker with the box out. And then last touch from Bright for Luers. And head coach Mark Pixley wants a timeout. 30-second variety. We'll take our first one with them. You're watching Indiana High School basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home. Or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Personal violation may be subject to removal.
Welcome back, Indiana High School basketball fans. 1:49 remaining in this first quarter. SummitCitySports.com bringing this live coverage. We're in game number 10 of our 18-game live coverage slate here in the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament. Boys and girls Starks up top. Can she hit her third? Boom. Luers Starks. Once she gets going, she is hard to stop. You see it there. Luers Starks, 3 threes in this first quarter. She is a tremendous scorer, and that's off the foot of Bright. Good defense from Parker off the bench, providing good minutes. Coach Parker calls it out. 14-6, as I mentioned 2 possessions ago. Dangerous time here for Luers. Swing, she can hit that 3. And takes it to the cup, just couldn't get it over the rim. Reinbold. Nice job by Geely, taking her off that left hand. Bright, Javins keeps the pivot. Reinbold, lefty, goes in, and Geely with the good defense. So Bright will look to inbound, 51.8 left. Here's Gray. Flip out Javins, tough catch. Kanapke, turnaround jumper from about 8, no good. Lucas rebounds. Starks, jumper, 16, good. Luers Starks makes it a 10-point game. 3, they need it. Luers got it. Just exactly what the doctor ordered here for Luers. And that was number 32, Libby Beerbaum, with the 3. Well, she did replace Javins. Starks, you got to stop ball, get the ball out of her hands. Luers Starks takes it all the way into the cup and lays it in, 18-9. She has 13 points. We'll take a break. You're watching SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live. Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. Have been here since yesterday morning, 9 a.m. About us and the staff. Been here and will be here all week. Started the second quarter. Gamble, Dick Geely. Reinbold looked to inbound. Need to put a couple together, a stop and a couple buckets here. Gray with Johnson, Reinbold, Beerbaum, and Kanapke. Here's Johnson. Kanapke flares out. Beerbaum wants it down low on Geely. He's got a couple inches on her. Gray, Geely, good post defense, pushing her off the block. Johnson, far side, under 7.5. Johnson feels it out. Beerbaum. Bounce pass, Kanapke, good knock away by Lucas. Comes the Starks, behind the back dribble, Silky, Geely. That was outstanding pressure defense. Graver will take it, can't get it. Beerbaum rebound. Caitlin Gray. Here's Gray being guarded by Starks. So Luers Starks, 13 points in that first quarter. Gray Flares it out. Kanapke wide open. Beer bomb, top of the key. Can't get it. Here comes Geely. Geely has Parker on the wing. Instead goes right to the cup. Can't get it to go. Lucas's size. Nearly got that, then fell to the ground.
Timeout, Luers.
And a timeout called by head coach Mark Pixley. We'll stay right here. Big shout out, of course, Big Eyed Fish, who supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. The original location is located at historic 1502 North Wells Street. You can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillegas Road and 10380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4.3 star ranking with over 215 Google reviews. Find them at originalbigeyeddfish.com and bigeyeddfishexpress.com. And like our Facebook pages, of course, for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. 6:31 left in this second quarter. Game number 10, number 4 of our 6-game slate here today. Here's Gray, Ashley Gray. Kanapke. Reinbold. Reinbold picked up the dribble. Kanapke. They'll bring it back out. Draws over. Left the screen off Kanapke. Now back to her. Puts it on the ground. Jumper. She's got a nice jumper from about 17 in. Kanapke with 8. She needs some help. Reinbold still has not scored. Starts a push off. And no call. Still no call. Comes up. Ashlyn Gray. Takes it to the left. Reinbold. Johnson. Beer bomb. Kanapke went to the lob. Wasn't there. Swing. Getting ready to check back in. Down low. And beer bomb. Excuse me. Reinbold. That'll be a foul on Homestead. And a little sarcastic cheer from Bishop Luers faithful.
Number 42, Lucas.
That was on
Her
Lucas.
first, team second.
Her first and the team second. To the line, Reinbold.
At the line, two free throws, number 21.
Rattles the first one home.
Lydia Rimbaud. Substitution in for the Spartans.
Maybe that can get her going on the offensive end. That is her first point here this afternoon. 2 of 2. There's Reinbold. Healy. She'll bring it up over the timeline. Guarded by Johnson. Offensive foul. Moving screen called on Parker, I believe. Erased that 3. That would have been Starks' 4th. It is on Parker.
Number 24, Lonnie Parker.
That is her second. Team's third. 18-13. Our score. Caitlin, make it Ashlyn Gray. Reinbold. I can see her just pop that. Coming back out near side. Here's Johnson. Johnson. Kanapke. Face up. Beer bomb. Has Graber on her. Johnson back up top. Nothing coming down low at all for Luers. Everything around the three-point line, taken away, kept right back by Ashlyn Gray. Here's Johnson, 18-13. Patience, Kanapke, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, last touch, I believe, by Geely.
Substitution for the Spartans, number 20.
So that will be out of bounds off Luers. Swing will look to inbound, under 4.5. Here's Geely. Kick it up, Graber. You got to come out on her quicker. The lefty, no good. Off the hands of Selking. Starts with the board. And that's going to be a foul on Ashlyn Gray.
A foul on number 11, Ashlyn Gray.
Her first.
Her first.
Team's fourth.
Team's fourth.
Swing. Here's Geely. Three ball, no good by Selke, not over the backboard. Out of bounds. We'll head back Luers' way. Only down 5 here with midway through the second quarter. Johnson gets a screen from Beerbaum. Johnson, Selking's too big, and the hack down. They're gonna call a foul on Selking. Johnson, good take to the bucket.
Number 20, Lauren Selking. Her first, team's fourth.
Team's fourth, that is her first.
Number 12, Renaya Johnson.
And Johnson to the line.
Substitution in for the Knights, number 1, Caitlin Gray.
Caitlin Gray checks back in as Libby Beerbaum checks out. Johnson cuts it to 4. Selking, Graber. There's not a whole lot of fluidity to Homestead's offense here in this afternoon. Their first game of the tournament. Good inside out to Geely. That was nice. Couldn't get it to go. Swing though with the board. Ripped away from Kanapke. Kanapke jumper. Got it. Bucket for Catherine Kanapke. 10 points. She leads her club in that category. They're running a box and one on Starks now. And Graber left wide open, blocked by Caitlin Gray, and a foul. But a box and one is the move that Coach Pixley went to here.
That foul was on Caitlin Gray. Her first, team's fifth. The line shooting 2
That is the team's fifth.
Number 32,
her
Sydney
first.
Graber.
Graber to the line to shoot a pair. Front rim no good. Graber still being held scoreless here. Rattles that one home. Back to a 3-point lead. Here's Johnson. Ooh, wanted Gray on that back cut. Reinbold. The high-low with Kanapke. Mahoney. Good high-low. Reinbold to Kanapke, and Kanapke cannot be stopped down low. And you thought that's where the advantage would be with Homestead. And that's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Graber. She's looking for a foul. No such luck. 2:45, going back the other way. So Bishop Luers with a chance to take the lead with 2:45 remaining in the second quarter. And Swing will get hit with the personal. Her first, team's fifth.
Her first, team's fifth.
Johnson will look to inbound. Luers will spread it out flat 4 here. 3 to block to 3. Johnson needs somebody. Kanapke, shake swing. 2.5 minutes. Ashlyn Gray. Caitlin Gray. Good crossover. You like to see her pull up, maybe. Johnson. And offensive foul called on Luers.
That foul on Lydia Reinbold.
And Reinbold with the foul, her second. Healy. They stay in that box and one on Starks. Starks has hit 3 3. She had 13 points there in that first quarter. They switch defense. She's been held scoreless. Ooh, nearly a 5-second Reinbold. Too much of a gamble. Good switch by Johnson. Graber, good screen. Selking on the wing. Swing up top. Here's Geely. 3-ball, Graber. Can't get it. Reinbold, nice. Rebounding over the senior. Got to come out on her. She's going to rise up. 3-ball, no good. You can hear the collective breath come out of the fans of Luers. Starts to the left, cup, no good, knocked out of bounds, last touch, Selking. We'll go back the other way. Good back and forth action here. Luers building on that nice win last night. Obviously the favorite against Northside, but the way they played was tremendous. As Kanapke checks out and gets a nice hand from her fans, as she should. Outstanding player, Catherine Kanapke. Here's Johnson. Ryan Bold still yet to get going. This is the 2 free throws. Caitlin Gray starts, guards her. Pulls it back out. Gray, careful of that 5 second, needs help, finds it. And her sister, Ashlyn Gray. Looking for that crease. And they're gonna have a little hand check foul called on Graber. I believe that is her first personal foul. 16. Johnson, Ryan Bolt flares out. Gray.
Hold it. Ash, bring it out, Ash, bring it out. Right there.
52 seconds. Head coach Martin Pixley will be pleased, as that's why head coach Rob Parker wants to push the pace here. He knows he can get 1 or 2 possessions. The more possessions he gets, the better. Healy. Watch out from behind. Good block. Ooh, finish through. Healy gets her 5th point. Outstanding. 21-18. Johnson. Plenty of time. 25 seconds. Ryan Bold, nice spin dribble into the paint, avoided the collision and the contact, no charge, and Ryan Bold puts it up and in. 21-20, here starts Geely. 4 seconds, Graber, 4-3, no good, and that's the end of our first half. What a half it's been. Bishop Luers putting themselves in position to try to get the upset here. Absolutely outstanding first half by Catherine Kanapke. She had 12. And we will go to the halftime break. You are watching Indiana High School basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home. Or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits guard.
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our halftime break. Bringing in once again the new Sentinels, Dan Vance. Dan, had a nice courtside view there of that first half. Luers, tremendous first half, just one away. And they're in upset position here.
Yeah, it's kind of like you and I talked about earlier today. How do you beat the Northside boys? You have to take the ball at them, take the fight at them, and Luers is doing that. The question is, how many girls on that team will continue to do that? Catherine Kanapke comes out in foul trouble. That's when Homestead was able to extend that gap a little bit. Kanapke has 12 of their 20 points, so they need someone who's going to continuously attack the basket. Catherine Kanapke's vicious. She has been since she was a sophomore playing varsity basketball, and she's going to attack this team all night long. You got to keep her out of foul trouble, but you got to get some other people that are willing to drive to the basket. They don't have a lot of girls on this Luers team that look like they want to score or want to take the shot at least. So they're going to need some more of that in the second half to keep this league close, or this game close.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. Just sitting here, I think head coach Pixley's got to be pleased though. Down one, and Reinbold only has 4 points. I think that's the one we're missing here in that second half. That could really be the X factor in pulling this upset.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Homestead, you just got to put points on the board. You got 3 points in the second quarter. That is, when's the last time Homestead scored 3 points in a quarter?
I don't know.
It's unheard of, and nothing at Solaire starts there in that quarter. So they're just going to have to find their groove. You know, we talk a lot about this Homestead team, and yes, it's a different Homestead team, but it's still Homestead. But you got to key back in on those differences sometimes. These girls have not been in these roles on this stage before, and they've already won some big games, you know, coming off winning the LaPorte tournament last week and beating LaPorte, beating Chicago Central. They only lost to Carmel, the best team in the state. So they've won big games. This is a whole different environment, and they've never been in these roles before. So they got to, you know, hopefully adjust there at halftime and kind of settle in here in the second half.
Well, they got one of the best coaches that make those adjustments, and that's head coach Rod Parker. I mean, facial hair alone, that adjustment, maybe he can grow that here in the second half. But Dan, hey, I appreciate you joining us here once again. I know you'll join us for game number 2. And then you got a little sweetheart thing here this evening. Got to keep the wife happy.
Oh, yeah, always.
So I appreciate it, Dan. We'll talk to you next game.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Dan. There you have it, Dan Vance from the News Sentinel. Outstanding coverage, taking the picks on the baseline, jump here up in the booth at halftime to break off some knowledge for you. I appreciate you watching SummitCitySports.com. Of course, this is all in thanks to our sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine. They are our title sponsor, and it is always game on with Parkview Sports Medicine. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Make sure you check that out and more at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. You can also call them to make them a part of your team. Call them at 260-266-4007. Once again, the Big Eyed Fish, new sponsor here for SummitCitySports.com. Big shout out to the big-eyed fish. We're going to take a short break here as we get closer to the second half. You're watching Indiana High School basketball from SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from the 2017 SAC Basketball Holiday Tournament. What an outstanding event this is each and every year. The Fort Wayne community is so lucky to have this event here each and every year, no doubt about it. Here at Wayne High School, put on by Athletic Director Gary Raber and his outstanding staff. This crew here sitting in front of me, they rock all games. The scorekeeper, Arrow, and the scoreboard all here every single game, all 18 rocking it at Wayne High School. So we are set for our third quarter. Luers right in position to grab this upset. Can they continue, as Dan Vance mentioned, keep this pace up against this outstanding Homestead Spartan basketball team? 21-20. Bishop Dwenger, the boys are in the building. They'll take on Wayne next, about 15-20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. That'll be game number 11 of our 18-game slate and number 5 of our 6-game live slate today. Graber, baseline, cut off. We're going to keep that box and one on Starks. Ashlyn Gray, straight free starting on Starks. Trying to shake free, down low, Graber can't get it. Reinbold. Outstanding defense adjustment from Coach Pixley. Starks held scoreless since that adjustment. Here's Caitlin Gray. Looking for Reinbold down low. Haley Swing, great hands. She has tremendous stealing ability. Swing, she can hit that three. Just short. Johnson with the board. Johnson has Reinbold on her right hip. Instead, heads into the paint. Comes back Ashlyn Gray. Ashlyn Gray Selking there. Can't get it over the length of Selking. Now Geely. Here's Starks. That's one way to beat the box and one. Just hand her, bring it up every time. Starks, she'll pull up. 15 bucket. And that's why you box and one on Starks. She's got 15 of the 23. Does Solaire Starks. Loose ball. Johnson got to it. Ashlyn Gray comes to pick. Here's Gray. Trying to go for that spat. Kanapke wants the ball, yelled for it. And just knocked away by Swing in that length. Checking in his beer bomb for Johnson.
Libby beer bomb.
Nia Johnson, the senior. Lone freshman on the roster is Jariah Bright. Got some minutes there in that first half. Had a good game last night against Northside. Here's Reinbold trying to work around the screen of Kanapke. Healy about swiped it. Reinbold, near 5-second violation, and a foul. The push on Healy.
Foul on number 2.
Her first, team's first.
Her first, team's first.
Reinbold looking inbound. Here's Caitlin Gray, guarded by Swing. Beer bomb, she faces up. Nice roll by Kanapke, and the floater in. Nice high-low, Kanapke with the pick and roll, boom. Kanapke, 14 points. Healy can't get it. Yeah, too long. They are straight broke from distance besides Solaire Starks. Healy looking inbound, near 5.5. Here Starks up top, double team comes, and no charge, no block, that's fine. And Haley Swing with the 3 ball. Haley Swing, they needed that one, did Homestead. On the foul, on Swing. Her second, team second. Looks like they're gonna flatten them out again. Reinbold in the post. Healy, good job. Kanapke had to track it down. She wants to post her back up. Kanapke gets the ball. Has Graber on the backside. Post move. Turnaround jumper. Catherine Kanapke going to work on Homestead's bigs. Outstanding game from the senior. Under 5 minutes. Here's Starks. Comes near side to set it up. Nearly stole. Dribbles through 2 Luers defenders. Goes wide on the jumper. Battle for the board. Haley Swing. Put up, no good. And Kanapke says, that's my ball. Gray to take the lead. Can't get it to go. Halfway down and out. The Luers faithful about fell off the bleachers on that one. Selking, Graber, can she hit it? Got it. You can't give her that many wide open looks from the wing or the baseline. She is tough as nails. She will keep shooting as well. 4 points now for Graber. Midway through this third quarter, back to a 5-point edge. Reinbold. Healy knows exactly what hand she's going to. Reinbold. Beer bomb, 3. Got it! Beer bomb! Beer bomb with the triple. She answers. Haley swings 3 with one of her own. Beer bomb, that's her second of the contest, has 6 points. Face guard and Starks. Basically a 4-on-4 game, that possession. Reinbold. Beer bomb. Kanapke down low. Kanapke and the foul on Graber. That's her second.
Foul on number 32, Sydney Graber.
Kanapke to the line.
Shooting 2 free throws, number 23. Catherine Kanapke.
Back rim, no good. Parker checks in for Selking for Homestead. Here's Catherine Kanapke. Nothing but net on the second attempt. Pulls within 1. Kanapke now with 17. Starks, answers. 1 sliver of space. And she answers 18 points now for the junior. Beer bomb, excuse me. Reinbold, here's the Gray. Beautiful timing on that pass. Here's Kanapke. Skip pass, beer bomb. They need another one from that same spot. Nope. Gray, Reinbold. 2-3 zone here for Homestead. And a timeout Smart one called by head coach Mark Pixley. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. Catch our breath. You're watching Indiana High School basketball. SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Welcome back out of the timeout. 32-28. Not sure many expected this one here. With 2:41 left in this third quarter, Luers played an outstanding game. Need some help though from Reinbold. Here's Gray. Johnson getting ready to check in. Ashlyn Gray, guarded by Parker. They come to a man-to-man. And they had her down low, but threw it too late, then knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Luers, as Johnson will check in for Caitlin Gray. Now Johnson will face guard on Solaire Starks. Geely.
Get there, Nye, get there.
Parker, wide open three. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Ashlyn Gray. Here, 2 minutes left in the third. The push ahead, Reinbold. Three ball from the corner, no good. Starks boards. Skip pass, Geely. Can't get it to go. Graber, offensive rebound, and the step through. Beautiful use of the pivot foot for Graber. Back to a 6-point lead. Graber 5 in the quarter, 6 total in the game. Kanapke, good look, beer bomb, 17 foot, no good. Dangerous here, danger time for the Lady Knights. Can't get it. Parker, back to Geely. Wanted to step into a three, instead pulls it back out. Here's Riley Parker. Graber. Kara Geely open wide again. Wide right. Rebound, loose. Parker comes up with it. Bounce pass, the swing, and a travel. As Beerbaum checks out and Caitlin Gray checks back in. 104 left. We're under a minute. Johnson, Kanapke, turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness. Catherine Kanapke. Tremendous showing here for Luers. She does not want this to be her last holiday tournament basketball in the Summit Athletic Conference. There is no doubt about that. Swing on the block, pushed out just a foot. Fought through the contact, and then a foul. It's on Catherine Kanapke, that's her third.
Catherine Kanapke, her third.
So 24.9 seconds. Kanapke did not foul throughout that third quarter, setting herself up for the maximum amount of playing time here in the fourth for their talented post player. Haley Swing makes it a 5-point edge. Second one coming for Haley Swing. Hits them both. Back to a 6-point lead. 20 seconds. Need a bucket. They came up with one at the end of the half. Johnson tried to lob it, wasn't there, picked off. 4 seconds, Starks. Runner from 15, no good, and that's the end of our third quarter with their score 36-30 here live from Wayne High School. You are watching Indiana High School basketball from SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, SummitCitySports.com. We are coming to you live, 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament. As we start on our fourth quarter of the first game of our triple header here in the evening. This is the 4th of 6 on the day and 10 of 18 on the 4-day tourney. And Gilly stolen by Parker. Apke will come over to take it out. Wasn't too pleased. There's a 2-1-2 zone picked up at the half court. Reinbold. 6-point lead for Sparty. Johnson. And Apke. And a near steal by Starks. Comes to Johnson. Gray. Got to get out of that trap. Johnson has Reinbold all alone. Just too slow to react. Jumper, baseline, got it. Ashlyn Gray. Ashlyn Gray with the jumper, and that is her first points of the contest. (36-32). Starks. She's been boxed and won defense here against her since after the first quarter. Geely, wing 3, no good. Rebound, Reinbold. Chance to cut in this 4-point deficit. Reinbold all the way to the cup and the foul. Just couldn't get it over the rim, and that was due to the foul. She'll head for the line. She'll shoot 2.
For a second, team fourth. The line shooting 2 free throws.
Just 4 points here for Reinbold. The lefty hits it. Make it 5. Here comes Sydney Graber. Look at the size on the floor here. Lucas, Swing, and Graber, along with Starks and the point guard Geely. As Reinbold hits them both. Big free throws for the sophomore. Cuts it to a 2-point deficit. Geely goes far side, Graber. Geely. Lucas, great flash. Couldn't get the jumper. Swing just rebounded right over the top. What a travel. Johnson, 6.5. Reinbold, knocked away from by Graber to Starks. Starks behind the back and off her foot. And Gray, block, foul. Foul on Starks. No travel because there was no pivot foot. And did not roll over. So good no call by these officials. And then the foul by Starks. Can't get it to go. Rim unkind. Starks first. Ashlyn Gray try to cut it to a 1-point deficit here against Sparty. Two-time defending SAC champs in this holiday tournament. That's as many years as they have been playing in it. So Gray, 1 of 2. 3 points now for Ashlyn Gray. They stay with the box and 1. Starks wanted it. Graber can't get it. And the rebound, Kanapke over the back is swing. The box out, Catherine Kanapke.
That foul on number 30, Haley Swing, her third, team 6.
5:52. Luers can take the lead with a bucket. And out of bounds, last touch, Homestead. Out of bounds. Five and a half left. 1-point game. The number 1 seed, Homestead Lady Spartans, and the number 8 seed, Bishop Luers Knights. Get that corrected.
Foul number 23, Catherine Kanapke, her 4th.
That's Kanapke's 4th. That's a big foul there.
32.
With 5:20 left in the 4th, Graber trying to push this 1-point edge. Can't get it. Graber misses on the 1st. Trying to make it a 2-point game. And cash that one home. 37-35. Reinbold, she'll bring it out over the timeline. That 2-1-2 half-court trap for head coach Rod Parker and the Spartans. Johnson waits for the crease, solid. Kanapke rebounds, put back in, tied up, and a chance to take the lead with the 3-point opportunity. Catherine Kanapke now with 21, trying to make it 22.
Her third, team 7. At the line shooting 1 free throw, Kanapke.
Kanapke. And can't convert. We'll stay tied at 37s. What a game here in our first game of our triple header for the evening. Graber left all alone. The defense came. Homestead just has not been comfortable against this box and 1 at all. Geely. Good 2-man game on that far side. Lucas, no good. Graber knocked it away. Here comes Gray out with it though for Luers. Reinbold on the wing. Look down low. Kanapke. Tough catch and finish. Are you serious? Homestead down 2. 4:25 left in this 4th quarter. Catherine Kanapke had to do the limbo to get that ball up on the backboard. She did though. Starks blocked by Reinbold. What a block by the sophomore. Oh, goodness gracious. Confidence has been built. And Luers can feel it. Parker. Up top, Starks. 4 minutes. We're midway through this 4th quarter. Luers up by 2. No good. Reinbold rebounds. They can push it to their biggest lead here with any bucket. Near side. Reinbold. In the paint. Scoops it up and in. Lydia Reinbold. And a timeout called by head coach Ron Parker, a full one. What an outstanding comeback. Now up by 4. We'll take a break with them Indiana High School Basketball Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back. Let's go to the SummitCitySports.com replay on that push. Nice lob pass to Reinbold. Watch his catch and finish from Kanapke. Midway underneath the back bucket. Tremendous effort just to get that up and on the glass and then to make it. My goodness. Let's take another look at that block from Lydia Reinbold on Solaire Starks. Solaire Starks dribbled through half the gym, came over, Reinbold weak side defense, and swatted to keep the lead intact. As we are under 4 minutes, Homestead with possession, down 4. They are the #1 seed in this tournament, and they are the 2-time defending champs. Also the 4A state title winners from a year ago, 3.5. Obviously different team. Steal, Reinbold has Gray. The look ahead, Gray, up and got it. Gray with the bucket. Ashland with 5 here in the 4th quarter. 43-37, their biggest lead for Luers is 6. Starks cannot answer. Kanapke, no call. Homestead's faithful wanted that. Asking it was called just recently on them. Reinbold, Geely, under 3 minutes. Johnson. Gray had to throw it up underside of the backboard. Geely comes up with it and off the foot of Reinbold, out of bounds. Good call by that baseline official to stay with it. Starts. 2:40. Swing, down low, need to go to work. Swing. Graber, 3. Got it, Sydney Graber, the sophomore, just when you needed it. She shows it. Sydney Graber with 10. 2:20, 43-40. You don't want to play stall ball here if you're Coach Pixley, and he wants a timeout. Timeout called on the floor. Full timeout, it's gotta be. We'll take a break. Indiana High School Basketball, SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit Summit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the timeout, inbound Johnson. Needs to get it over the timeline here. Still isn't. Reinbold, tough catch. Balance kept her afloat. Comes back Johnson. 2 minutes left. Gray wanted Kanapke down low. Graber ends up fronting. And what we got? Foul called. Mark Pixley did not want to burn his last time out. That's the 8th team foul. Bonus here for Caitlin Gray, her first. Can't get it to go, rebound Graber. 3-point game, 150. Swing. Geely comes near side, Riley Parker, the sophomore. Parker to Geely. Patience here for Homestead. Down low, Haley swing. Starks, boxing one. Near seal by Gray, gambled. Left Parker open for three. Got it, the sophomore ties it up. What a shot. Just let it loose. As Parker hits the triple. That's her first bucket. Kanapke turn around, can't get it to go, but the foul. No answers for Catherine Kanapke here in this contest. That's Sydney Graber's fourth. That's a big call there. If it stays like this, we go to OT. 19th foul, and Kanapke can't get it to go. Kanapke, bucket. Kanapke now with 24 points. We're under a minute. And a foul.
Foul number 11, Ashley Gray.
And you'll be okay with that foul. Oh, that's on Gray, her second, only the team's third. Plenty to give here if you're Luers. It's an outstanding advantage if you can keep that lead. Healy, her squad down one. Parker. Healy, swing. What a drop step, can't spin it home. What an outstanding move, just couldn't get it, 35 seconds. You got a foul or steal immediately.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by head coach Mark Pixley with 30 seconds left. My goodness. 1 point game, let's keep it right here, why not? As Mark Pixley heads over to the huddle. Let's take a look back at that Parker three from the SummitCitySports.com replay. A little inside-out game with swing. Pops out to Geely. Geely on that gamble from Gray. Left Parker open. Ryan Bolt couldn't recover in time. And Riley Parker hit the triple to tie it up. But Catherine Kanapke hits one of two free throws to give herself 24 points and the 1 point lead for Luers. Thank you once again for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, make sure you check out our website. It is outstanding. Go to the top of the screen, hit the more drop-down arrow to the live schedule right there. You can transfer, you can change channels. Right there, the different live broadcasts that we may have on any given day. And our schedule will be updated every Sunday and throughout the week. 30 seconds remaining in this game. The winner will move on to play the Carroll Lady Chargers 3 p.m. tomorrow. Is it going to be the upsetted minded Luers, or will it be the number 1 seed? No timeouts. Ryan Bolt digging it in. 28 seconds. Got to steal or foul. Ryan Bolt doesn't want to get rid of it. She's an outstanding free throw shooter. They want to trap now, and that's a foul. Ryan Bolt to the line.
Blair starts. Her second.
We're in the double bonus.
Nicer and bonus at the line shooting 2 free throws, number 21. Lydia Ryan Bolt.
Ryan Bolt hits it. Here's the big one right here for Ryan Bolt. We'll make it a 3-point game. Worst case scenario is you go to OT. Reinbold nailed it. 2 3-point game. Healy. Starks. Jump ball. Alternating possession. We'll go to Homestead. That should definitely be a jump ball.
Timeout, Homestead.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. Variety. Take a look at that last foul shot. Cool, calm, and collected was Reinbold on the SummitCitySports.com replay. You don't show free throws very often on replay, but one that puts Luers up by 3. Under 20 seconds to go. As Homestead still with 3 timeouts. I've just gotten word. We will correct that on our scoreboard there. So, 12.3 left. Are we upset-minded? I think Coach Parker wants another one. He wants a full timeout. And we're going to take this one with him one last time. You're watching Indiana High School basketball, SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
So they need a 3. Homestead. Parker. Starks. Blocked. Parker to tie. No good. 5 seconds. Reinbold with the board. And foul. Upset. Wow. Are you serious? What a huge game for head coach Mark Pixley, Catherine Kanapke, and the free throws from Reinbold. She just needs 1 to lock this in. Can't get it. One free throw coming for Reinbold. Got it, and that should do it as long as there's no fouls. And that is the game and the upset to Luers. Congratulations. I'm going to set this down. Get down on the court for you.
Homestead 43. Bishop Luers advances to the next round.
Check, check. Coach Pixley, what a tournament. What a game. You guys really laid down the groundwork last night, though, defensively, I do believe. What did you see here, the difference?
Tonight, it was basically the same game that we played at Homestead 2 weeks ago, but we made shots. At their place, we didn't make shots. And we've been building since last year for this. And I think we play with a little chip on our shoulder because we're not an 8 seed. I don't think anyone can say we're an 8th seed. So the coaches that voted us that, we have a little chip on our shoulder for that.
Well, you proved that, Chip, and now you're moving on to the semifinal round, defeating the 2-time SAC champs in Homestead. Talk about your post player, Catherine Kanapke. She's going to walk up. I'm going to get her interview in a second. What a tremendous heart, calling for the ball down here, demanding the ball. She is tremendous.
Yeah, you know, Kat's just a leader, straight leader. Doesn't matter if we're playing the #1 team in the state or playing someone that we should be. She's going to bring the same effort and game. And what I love about her is her hustle. It doesn't matter if scores or not. She has the ground everywhere, working and just leading and talking.
Hey, great game, Coach. Good luck in the semifinal.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Here's Catherine Kanapke. Catherine Kanapke, outstanding game. You led your team right here to the upset. No one thought you guys could do it. Everyone in this gym, I don't know, some of your faithful probably didn't think so as well. You guys just proved them wrong. How does this feel right now, beating that #1 seed Homestead?
It's satisfying. Our coaches told us all week that if we beat them, they're not going to be surprised because they know that how hard we work, how prepared we were for this. So they're not surprised. I mean, they're happy, but they know that we could have done it. So.
Outstanding job by you in the post. Tell me about how much leadership that you take on here at Luers and how much that means to you for head coach Pixley with the younger players on your team.
Since my freshman year, there's always been stronger upperclassmen, so I've always known how to lead. I've had leaders my whole life, so just taking on that role with Anaya, my fellow senior, we just really brought the younger classmen up, and we tell them that they're not underclassmen anymore. They're juniors, they're seniors with us.
Outstanding game. You guys move on to the semifinal round. Your SAC Holiday Tournament basketball career is not over. You're going to move on to the semifinal. How's that feel?
Oh, it's so exciting. This is my favorite part of the year is getting to play all these teams all the time. So we're probably going to play Dwenger, and so that's our rival, so it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Catherine Kanapke. Outstanding game and way to lead your team to the win.
Thank you so much.
We'll sign off here. Thanks for joining us, SummitCitySports.com. Stick around. We got Wayne and Dwenger up next, SummitCitySports.com.